Keep your eyes on the flag, man. He'll give you the down and quiet. I'll give you the tone. Oof. Rough-ish start. Not many, if any, real marshals needed, at least in turn one. Turn two is getting a little hairy. But ultimately, looks good enough. So, as we get underway with our 15-minute B main, top two are going to transfer to the 1/8 scale Nitro Truggy A. Man, we're getting to the Bs. That means we're getting close to halfway, if not 2/3. I know I should know, but obviously a little busy. So we started out with Cataldo out front, followed by Rodney Hile. Rodney Hile making some moves on the backstretch. Into the one spot he shall go. Yellow, orange, blue down the rhythm sections. I believe that's going to be Cataldo then in the two. Just wait. Keep waiting, BB. Now it's about right. There we go. We'll just double check with the timer here. We've got a couple cars upside down in the front stretch. All the marshals got them. Good job. All right, let's get more involved now with the race. With a minute 45 down, 3:15 to go. We got Cataldo leading them, pink and white down the backstretch. Gonna do a 180 in the air. Gets back on his wheels though. Rodney Hile gonna dance on the front of his car. Land upside down. Buccina to the rescue. He's always quick, but that's still gonna be a couple seconds. That's looking like SOMOGYI and Cataldo battling it out for the one spot. Keep it clean, drivers. Keep it clean. So SOMOGYI and Cataldo trading places back and forth for the lead. It's letting the rest of the field catch on up. He's got Michael FURNARI right behind him, RODNEY Hile right there as well. Then it's going to be LLOYD, who is the bump up too, up into the number 5 spot. Hey. Then it's going to be BIBIE CRUZ. I believe that's going to be Kevin Winters then. And Nelson. Trying to learn all the cars. Worry about the back of the pack after the first 5. Get it figured out on who wants to lead. Because now we got FURNARI out in front. SOMOGYI was in second at the line. Now it's Cataldo. SOMOGYI in third. Rodney still there, ready to take the positions that will be handed to him. Because this is a long race. Ooh, what was that? Coming up on the 4-minute mark. FURNARI in the all-white. Things are starting to settle down ever so slightly out there. FURNARI working his way through the washboards. Down through the center chute. Ooh. Drivers, if you're rejoining the track in any way, shape, or form, do not do it in an unsafe manner. Treat it like you are driving it. I'm keeping an eye out on that green car now. Rodney making some money moves on the right side. Okay. Up into 2. Going to get a little bit wrong on the step-ups. Cataldo going to get back around. Going to be able to stay out in front of Kevin Winters, though, so he's going to hang on to the 3rd spot. FURNARI trying to check out, doing everything he can. He's only got a second and a half up on CATALDO at the line. FURNARI's hot is a 45-0, same as CATALDO's. Roughly the same as Rodney Hile's, but then there's Kevin Winters, 44-7 last time around. Blue-ish gray with a bit of orange. It's a checker-ish pattern from a distance. He's going down the backstretch, coming up on Rodney, looking to try and get in the 3 spot. He's got the pace to catch the leaders. He just has to make the pass. Up, and there's a mistake out of Rodney. So now we got Kevin up into the top 3. Now we can start putting on that charge on CATALDO and FURNARI. Man, turn 2 crew is really invested in this race. All right, since the top 4 finally cooled off just a little bit, let's run through the rest of the order. We got SOMOGYI in the number 5, followed by BIBIE, P-Word, and that should be LLOYD then. Down to the number 8 spot. Then you got CRUZ in the number 9. Yeah, that looks right to me. CRUZ, then Nelson, Brian, Mike, and SAUL. That's your complete running order with 6 minutes down, 9 minutes to go. We are slowly approaching the halfway point. In the next minute and some change, we should start seeing some fuel stops, which will change how the race goes. SOMOGYI with a little bit of a mistake. Going to drop from 5. I believe that's down to 8. Make that 9. Tight racing on this layout. We've noticed throughout the whole event, not a ton of wrecks go on. Everyone being nice and smooth. It's nice, fast, easy. I love it. Makes for good racing. So you get FURNARI dropping 43.7, trying to gap the field. You can see it on CATALDO. Gap was 1.9. It's going to get, I think, extended. Get to 2.3. CATALDO running his personal best still, and he still lost 0.4 on that last lap. So FURNARI, the only one to get a 43. Everyone else 44s or 45s. SOMOGYI, the first one in for fuel at the 7-minute mark. Weird. Ooh. Looks like issues on the right side. That was with Kevin Winters upside down. Nope. Oh, Kevin Winters jumped on top of FURNARI. That's what was happening. All right, so we have FURNARI roll it over after the rhythm section. That's going to let CATALDO take over the lead. Winters almost capitalizing on it. FURNARI going to settle in and come in for fuel. Take a breather, collect himself, and get back out on the track. CATALDO came in for fuel as well. CATALDO first one out. FURNARI slightly faster pit stop, though, able to get on his rear wing as they go into the big double. There's Rodney Hile as well. I believe he just came in for fuel, same as Kevin Winters. So your top 4, 5, I believe, all just came in. So it should just be a race to the finish now. Top 2 getting tangled, coming into the backstretch. BIBIE making moves up into the number 3 now. Okay. You got Kevin Winters right behind him, checking up just a little bit. Kevin, like I said, has the pace, but making passes is completely different. He's going to get the pass, though, on Rodney. Going to stay in the number 4, looking to get back in the top 3. He's got his eyes set on BIBIE through the step downs and the short shoot to the front stretch. And it looks like BIBIE now in for fuel. All right, that explains a couple things. That'll put Rodney then back up into the number 4. 8:45 down, 6:15 to go. Still got people coming in for fuel. Guess if they pit later, they can just drive as punched as they want in the closing stages. Top 2 going to start to get close to each other yet again. They have a pretty healthy gap to Kevin Winters. So it's just going to be a battle between the 2 of them to see who wins it. 9 down, 6 to go. Up next is race number 26, 40+ Nitro Buggy, B main. Another 15-minute. Hope y'all are ready for that as well. If this is a prelude to later, I'm liking what today's shaping up to be. Just a heads up, yellow car, I believe that's Saul. You got 1 and 2 coming up on you on the backstretch. Thank you. There goes 1. And I'm going to say I especially appreciate you for taking the extra couple seconds to wait for the number 2 car. Big thanks. And just so you're aware, when they get there, if they get there, you got winners and then Rodney behind you, 3 and 4. And then after that, it should be a race with whomever. Oh no, FURNARI, a mistake on the back. Doesn't need Marshall, but does have to spin it around himself. Now we got CATALDO making it interesting through the teardrop. Look at them go. FURNARI going to spin it a little bit wide through the step downs. CATALDO going to take a nice and tight gap for now, down to 4/10 between your top 2. And looks like Kevin Winters has reeled him in a little bit. 43-7, 43-5 last time by tied FURNARI for the hot lap that time, and it is working for him. Now he's got 1 and 2 in sights. Rodney falling off the pace just a little bit. He's still not out of range entirely, but he's got to hope for a mistake like that one from CATALDO. Now we got Kevin Winters finally up into the number 2. Been running a fast and consistent race. That's the key word now, consistency. Haven't had a major one rough lap from Winters, but the rest have all been just about the same. FURNARI's car is looking a little, I don't want to say skatey. He's definitely got that power slide going. Wonder if the traction's coming up. Maybe the track's getting a little bit more abrasive. I'm definitely starting to see a tiny bit of a groove form. Some dark spots on the racing line could play a factor. Since we got a little bit of a relaxed segment, scratch that, we don't, because Kevin Winters defending number 2 from CATALDO. I want to talk about the rest of the field. The top 3 are making it too interesting to leave them. FURNARI again blowing the step downs. Don't know if he just doesn't have the turn in or what. But consistently he's losing a 10th or 2 there every lap. If Winters CATALDO can just run the normals, they might be able to catch him by the end. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Winters car looking hooked up. You can tell when he hits the throttle, it just goes. FURNARI getting the rhythms just a little bit off. Not much damage done to his lead, just enough to know that there was some. It was 2.1 last time across. Looks like it might get dropped down to 1.5, maybe a 1.2. FURNARI taking the tighter turn down the step downs. Winters a little bit wider. See if that gap reduces. It does to 1.2 with just under 2 minutes to go. Again, up next, going to be race number 26, 40 plus, Nitro Buggy, B main. Got 2 cars upside down. Oh no, that's RODNEY, HILE, and SAUL. Good marshalling from Dominic there, very quick. Because yeah, we do give out awards for the top 5. Ah, yes, I see. Winters. I look away for 2 seconds, and right now we got CATALDO back in the 2. That's it. They get my full attention. Last 2 laps. CATALDO pink and gray. Winters blue and orange. Through the big sweeper. FURNARI just not miles, but a couple turns ahead in the all white. Just been setting it on cruise control for the last couple minutes, for like the last 6-7 minutes. Been able to maintain that gap. Starting to come up on some lap traffic now. He'll be coming up on, I believe that's going to be LLOYD in the all green. No, that's going to be Brian Lloyd. It's one of them. Just a heads up, all green. That's going to be, yeah, Brian. That's the leader behind you. Thank you. P word the same. The white car is the leader. Awkward situations. Luckily, he built up enough of a gap to accommodate for that. 24 seconds to go. This should be the leader's final laps. Final lap, I should say. And then Brian, that's the number 2 car. That kind of works. Unfortunate, but ultimately worked. 2, 1. That is the timer. Keep driving until you cross that line, guys. You are racing them to the line. FURNARI just has to make it around 2 more corners down the step dance, and he will get the win. CATALDO out in his own world. He just has to do the same thing for second. Looks like he will, and it looks like winners flamed out, fueled out. Something wrong on the right side. Car is no longer moving. That was 3rd place. Ran out of gas. That's going to let Rodney HILE take over that 3 spot, I believe. Ooh. Hold it high just for me because we're still counting. Thank you.
All drivers are finished.
All right. That is a race. And with a surprising end, we got FURNARI taking the win. CATALDO the 2. HILE going to take the 3. BIBIE, CRUZ, and Carlos Cruz rounding out the 4 and 5. And that is your podium. Too bad it's not an aim.